Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lynn. Okay, I am back from France. This trip was just amazing. I've walked a lot. My legs are super tired, but except that I walked a lot of the museum. I've seen a lot of painting and I'm just so happy with it. I have a lot of inspiration in my head. I'm gonna make a lot of look from it. Well, if I can remember them. I have a lot to share with you guys as well, but today's video is going to be a new palette that I was so excited to try before I even go to France, which is the JACLYN palette. I was so excited to buy when the day it has launched, finally launched, and I right away clicked it. And as you can see, today I'm wearing this kind of like a vintage classic little shirt. Normally this is not my look, but you know, it's already autumn in Ireland and right now I'm looking at outside and feeling so autumny. So this is my mood today, and I normally JACLYN style is not this, definitely, but let's try if this will work with my look today. So just before I putting any color on my eyelid, I just want to do a little comparison with JACLYN this new palette and this one. I'm gonna say the first palette I love it so much, and for a time I've been non-stopping using that. When I see JACLYN is releasing the second palette collection, I was thinking, because she said this color would left over from the first collection. This is not enough room for her basically. But I'm thinking, well, you know what? It's just as my experience. I comprehend this because like these are definitely the ones she picked at first, and this is her first palette. I still feel like this one has more love and more, I don't know, it's just better. And this one is kind of like, oh, there's a reason they're not being picked. Just the way I'm thinking, if they're left over from the last palette, then you would not pick them for this palette. Are they? I just want to show you. Okay, open it. The packaging is still be white and glitter and, you know, shiny dots on it. When you unpacking it, the first box, there's still like bubble foam in there. And you throw this, and there's another box, and with very outside paper box. In the back was JACLYN a gorgeous picture of her, and there are words that she said to us that I'm not gonna read it. So when you open it, inside were 4 palettes, and they are Ring the Alarm and Armed and Gorgeous, Bling Boss, and Dark Magic. This palette color collection just make me feel like it's an early autumn and very vintage. The matte colors are quite pigmented, but the shimmers, except the VIP, is super nice. Other shimmers are not that metallic. This one is more like a berry-ish collection for me, and I see myself using this a lot. This one is definitely my favorite in this whole collection, and that purple, and I think this is definitely the creamiest formula in this collection. This one though is super unique and so beautiful, and did you see the power cut? That shade is just like, oh, and I think that transparent color, can you see? It's called Poof. I think that would look better on darker skin. So now my face is ready. I did put primer on and my SPF, and also of course my eyebrow, and then now we can just right away. So the first color I'm gonna pick from Dark Magic, shade Poof. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild brush to just blend all over my lid. Oh, you can grab a lot of pigment. Okay. Right. I didn't see a lot of pigment in this. I'm gonna dig it really in. Okay guys, can you see the difference with my 2 eyes? I can't really, but yeah, I can see now. Okay, so this color is definitely just give you a matte feeling if your skin tone is similar as mine. Now this first shade Poof, just mattifying my lid. Now I'm gonna pick, I think I'm gonna pick the yellow excess one. Okay. Right, it definitely blends well. I just picked a teeny tiny bit of eyeshadow. Get more. change a brush. Right, I'm just gonna dig more. Okay. So this shade Access doesn't really get on my eye. Can you see? I dipped like 1,000 times already. The first color I used this one, and I quite like the base of now, but I still think it's too powdery. Now let's try these two. When I'm swatching these two colors, it looks quite similar. I'm gonna try the Secure here with a different brush. Okay, there's a lot of products on it. I'm just gonna go for big area. Now I have nothing left on the brush. I'm gonna dip a little more, and when I'm tapping, you see there's still a lot of pigment, but when I'm blending on my eye. Now I'm gonna use the Dark Magic palette. I'm going to use this shade, a tiny bit, a lot of pigment. What? I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna use the shade Sparks here. Just dip a bit. Let me get more green to blend them together. Okay, now let's use a berry color to brighten this up. I'll use the Ring the Alarm palette, the shade Bomb Mask. So first of all, let's use a brush to try, and if it won't work, we'll try to get some fixing spray or finger. It's a bit subtle. Right, it's very subtle. Okay, it's very nice berry color, but really, it's not that metallic. Okay, let me use my finger to blend a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to use another brush to blend them together. Okay guys, I did my best, but this green is just turning to black or blue. I don't know what color was it, and I'm gonna try to fix it, and well, I'll be right back. Trust me, I really tried, but it just didn't work. But you know what? Let's try it again. This time we're gonna start with Ring the Alarm. Yeah, Rush is the lightest from this palette. Let's start from Rush. So my base is done, and now let's try the Alert. They're quite similar, but there's difference. Different layer of orange. I like it. Okay, now let's use this mugshot. Now let's try a metallic one. Let's use a wet brush to get some of these, okay? Okay, not bad. I use my finger to get more of this golden shine. Like, look, my finger, how shiny it is, but on my eyelid, it's kind of like, it's gonna layer more. Smells criminal. Still, let's use this ball mask. Then I'm gonna mix them together. More access to give it definition. This yellow definitely works. Then I'm gonna use a teeny tiny pointing bullet brush to pick a color that dipping on the off corner of my eye, which I picked special, this very unique purple. Just dip a tiny bit. Ooh, there's a whole lot. You can't see, but I can see there's a lot of pigment being grabbed. Very lightly. This one definitely is great. The brush does take some of the glitter away. I only picked like teeny tiny and I shaped a bit, and then it still has a lot on. This shade is great. Right? Now let's pick an inner corner color. Let's pick Glitz and Glam, this color. I'm gonna use my teeny tiny B16 from MORPHE and get a bit fixing. Hello? Right, let's try this bling bling. Oh, wow. Bling bling definitely works. Right, so guys, this eye is finished, and let me finish the other eye, and I'll get my lashes, stick it on, and eyeliner on, and we can start the lower lashes. Yes, now I'm back. Let's continue our lower lashes part. I'm gonna use a small brush to use this inside job from the palette Dark Magic. I still want to try this green section because it looks really good. I'm just gonna dip a tiny bit. While we're trying, let's try a little bit of this trickery. This green looks really, really good. This green shimmer is really buttery, but I think I need to use on bigger area to show the color. Then I'm gonna use bling bling to put on my inner corner. This bling bling though is really shiny. To get more bling bling. Yep. Good as a highlighter. Cool. Now I'm gonna dip a little bit of this purple to get it in my waterline. You see? Now I'm gonna put some mascara on my lower lashes, and then I'm gonna finish my face, and then we can come back and talk about how do I feel about this collection. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm very happy with the look now. It's very matchy with my clothes. But I'm still gonna say the greens and the Top Secret and the Potion. Seriously, I feel like they're not pigment enough for me, and I don't know how to blend them because they're just turning too dark. In generally saying, these 4 palettes for the price of 50 something $, it really worth the hype. But if you're asking me, I think I'm over expected how good it will be. I had the first JACLYN Hill palette, that was great, and I'm expecting, wow, this was a leftover color from the collection, and I feel like super excited. But I mean, a lot of a similar color in this palette, but I do understand, because if you're bringing 4 palettes go out, you kind of like feel there's a similarity between so many different colors. But if you bring individual palettes, it's actually very handy. But just let me show you something that I feel like bring the Alarm palette and the Armed and Gorgeous palette is quite similar. When you open it, it looks like quite berry, and they're very different. Let me put this way. If I cover the screen, you feel like, oh my god, there's so many same color. You couldn't really tell. It's just the way it puts, right? Or if you're buying individual palettes, personally I recommend this palette more than that one. It's the Ring the Alarm one. I think the pigmentation in this palette is much more creamier than this Armed and Gorgeous one. And those matte ones and this shimmer ones are really good. I really like that one, and I eventually used most of them from this palette for my eye look today. And for this palette, I think I really like this yellow one. These two are really similar. And for this golden one, I was expecting like really intense gold and remind me a lot of Color Pop. I Think I Love You, that palette was a golden one, but turns out this one it's not that intensive. Like green as well, and there's a 2 green in this collection. None of it works so great for me, and I don't know. I'm definitely gonna try again because it looks stunning. I'm really looking forward to try this green. This VIP shade I haven't tried yet, so I'm definitely gonna have more looks with those palettes. And another thing I want to say about this palette is I really like this palette. I think most of the color in this one is really good. And this Bling Bling definitely is a great color for inner corner. And this one looks very shimmery, but it's not that intense either. So, and this one I really like. It's very unique and same as this dark purple berry treasure. I really like this purple one. And for this palette, when I opened it, I was so amazed by the color collection because they're so unique. They're so kind of like, oh yeah, I really feel like dark magic palette. And I'm definitely gonna try this green. I'm looking forward to try this. After all, for the first look I'm showing in front of you guys, I want to say, if you are a beginner or if you just like want an essential look, I wouldn't recommend this to you. I think it's more for playing. If you're professional, you will find those ones are very creative. Well, if you're asking me from the palette 1 and this collection, you have to pick one, I would say go for the palette 1 because like I said in the beginning, the first palette is always the best because they're just putting everything in the palette. And look at the color collection, you got everything literally. And well, for traveling wise, this one's more friendly. And then again, if you're asking me between these two, I would say go for the palette 1. So yeah, that's today's video. Hope this video can help you. And if you have a different experience of using this collection, please tell me because I'm dying to use those green ones. I really want to use them. And if you have a different opinion, that's totally fine. I have nothing against the brand. It's just my personal, honest opinion. So yeah. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like me, please subscribe me, and I will see you next time.